Well, hello, everybody. This is Faye again with our daily update. And we are so grateful that many of you are going to our YouTube page. It's YouTube.com/Insight USA TV and getting our daily updates. We're doing this because of the quarantine and we cannot get to the studios to tape our TV shows. We're rerunning our TV shows. Our media is staying in place. So don't forget to donate. Don't forget to give. We're one of the few voices in the media that's dealing with the spiritual concept of what is taking place today. This morning, we had a fantastic briefing and conferencing call dealing with what is happening with our oil, the fall of our oil. This caught everybody by surprise. Half of the people that support this ministry have investments in oil, and they have been very generous over the years as they love America, they love God, and they love this ministry. We have seen answers to prayers like none other, and it's because God told me in the late 80s that I needed to organize prayer teams, and I would have them in teams of 3 to 10 that would pray for America. They would pray the same thing every week, and I would educate them. I would let them know the current events of that day that were threatening our sovereignty, our religious freedom, and our national security. I've been doing this since the late 80s. And what God said was that communism was raising its hand over our country. And if our prayer teams would become educated, informed, anointed, and united, that when communism rose to its ultimate goal to take over America, that our prayer teams would be so strong and so informed that when we prayed in the spirit realm, we would bring down this power of control and takeover to remove God, not just from America, to not just our own society, our own children, our own universities, but it's this nation that takes the gospel to the world. So how did we get to this place? I just want to quickly let you know that it's not by accident. It's not a coincidence that Russia and Saudi Arabia loosed oil in the world at the very same time a virus, a plague, took over our country and stopped transportation, stopped the airplanes from flying, stopped going to church. It's not an accident or coincidence that while the Democrats, many of them are valid communists, they won't say it to your face because they know America is not Venezuela. The people of this country would never accept it. So they come with a deception that is that of the Satan at daring God to turn the stone into bread. My friends, I'm calling new people in this country to join me and unite, because we, the people we have elected to office, have completely failed to do their jobs. We send out to those who would donate $50 or more a congressional directory. Our intercessors have a backup of a book called the Congressional Directory. It has the photograph, the phone numbers, fax numbers, emails, committees of those that serve in the Congress, in the Senate, in the administration, and you need to know how to get in touch with the people we've elected to office to represent us. They've lost their calling, and many of them have united with the Chinese communists, and with the taking over of our oil and gas, because they promised us they were going to do this. So as a prophetic intercessor, I'm asking you not to look at our president any longer. God has him. God will protect him. But what is coming on this country is because the people we've elected to Congress, the Senate, governors, have united with a communist takeover of our country, and they are right now forcing a move of communism that will destroy us if we let them get away with it. I want to say that again, if we let them get away with it. For them to stop our oil and to sabotage and to bring our oil to the crisis that it is was deliberate. It's deliberate because they have not done their job. They haven't worked in 5 weeks and they don't care. I just want to read to you what their salaries are today, because I want you to see what we've really got to do. And I want those of you who listen to prophetic utterances to understand that all prophets are not in tune with God. Many of them are nothing more than hype, and they sell tapes and books and take up offerings. That's not the work of a prophet. The work of the prophet is to forewarn that we can call out to God to intervene in those things that would be harmful to us. The salary of the House of Representatives, I want to read that to you. Each member of the House gets $174,000, $174,000 annually. They're working less than 100 days this year, per year. They get benefits beyond anything you can imagine. Their pensions, most of them are 80% of their salary, and we're paying every bit of this. We're paying people to bring this nation to a communist downfall, and we cannot do it anymore. Members of the Senate are getting paid $194,000. Plus, they get from $1 to $2 million each to put a staff there to actually do their work for them. $194,000. Nancy Pelosi hadn't been to work in 5 weeks. She's in her fenced-in mansion in California, eating $12, $24 a gallon, a quart ice cream, and her salary is $223,500 a week. Plus, she travels on private jets. She has an expense account beyond anything you've ever seen. This is what we're paying for people who have not done their job. They did not oversee the $800 million of the World Health Organization that loosed this plague on the world. They did not oversee Saudi Arabia and Russia coming together to destroy our oil industry. They have not done their job. They need to be removed from office. Yes, God does watch out for us, but He gives us our will. We do not serve a God that will go against the will of the people. It's been the will of the people to elect these people to govern this nation, and they have lied. Nancy Pelosi needs to be investigated. Where did she get all of her millions? What kind of cahoots is she in with China? What kind of cahoots is Feinstein in with China? What kind of cahoots is Adam Schiff in with China? And that's just the name. That doesn't mean the governor of Michigan, the governor of New Mexico, the governor of Kentucky. Have we put the enemies of America in power without realizing it? But the will of the people can change. In November, we can unelect these people if we can get the America to wake up. These corrupt politicians who refuse to go to work and do their job, all they've done is sabotage our president, slander him. They have no respect for the Oval Office. no respect for the duly elected President of the United States. Have they brought America to a standstill just to destroy a man that refuses to take their New Age agenda, their UN religion, and force America to bow to Baal? This is Faye. It's an update for today. Please go to our website, insightsusa.us. Make a donation of $50 or more and request, you have to request it, the Congressional Directory. We'll get it to you straight away. Your voice matters. You can call our 800 number and it will be there for you. Make that donation and say, Faye, I'm going to stand with you. We must outlaw abortion. Nancy Pelosi says science is what should be guiding our president, and she gives him an F after praying on Easter Sunday morning. This woman's elevator does not go all the way to the top. But science proves that a child, that a fetus, that they call it the feminist movement, which are such liars, that it's a fetus, it's a blob. Well, science has proven it is a child. It has arms, legs, feet. You can tell what sex it is. Science has proven this to be a lie. And women are killing their own so they can have a promiscuous sexual lifestyle and charge it to the taxpayers. We're going to stop that. I need to hear from you. My email is there, Faye, capital F-A-Y-E, F as in Frank, A-Y-E dot USA, insight, INSIGHT, at gmail.com. You can go to YouTube / Insight USA TV, register, email people, forward this message, and don't miss our update for tomorrow. When Hezekiah prayed, all of the people of all of the areas had joined Sennacherib. They turned on God. They were bought off by the king with false promises. This is not the first time a nation has been deceived. But one man, Hezekiah, called on God. Intercessors with insight are facing facts. What they've done to our oil is not an accident. And the members of Congress are responsible. They have not done their oversight. They loosed a plague in this nation because they did not do their oversight. They loosed the oil destruction because they did not do their oversight. What we're experiencing as a people, we have paid dearly for people to govern our country. And they have not done their jobs. They haven't worked in 5 weeks. You tell me that we're going to leave these people in power. Don't miss tomorrow for our continued update. Have a great day. Stand with me, act with me, and let's watch God. Shalom.